So this is table part 2. I got her flipped over. Wanted everybody to see what this thing looks like. You can see the design a little better. So your tube frame inside the angle frame. Haven't put the wheels on, obviously. And once we get the big plate, you know, it'll be about an inch over. We'll reach up, clamp, and stitch it all the way around, and stitch it in here and here, all the way around. So you don't have any humps or anything. Like I said, this is our railing table. This thing's gonna be awesome. Why I built this so long was when I would do 16 or 20 foot rails, I would have to do 2 sections of railing and then unclamp everything, slide it down and build this 3rd section. And with this I can do a really pretty long stair rail in one shot, and give myself a lot of usability without having to break the rail loose. So a couple things I forgot to say, and I'm going to put this in writing. Number 1, I don't have a weight rating on this. I'm just giving you advice and an opinion, and maybe a slight design here. I don't know what it'll take. Obviously, I'm not responsible if you're an idiot and put like a frickin' excavator in the middle of this thing and break it in half. That's not my problem. But they will take a good amount of weight. I don't know exactly what that is, but I built an identical table to this for a diesel mechanic a few years ago. And the only thing we did different is we put a plate in here, you know, to stack a lot more stuff in there, which if you got the money, hell yeah, put it in there. But yeah, they hold a lot of weight. I'm just not sure what a lot of weight is, so don't quote me on that, but this thing should be good and strong. You got to remember that you know, a table is the modern day version of a blacksmith's anvil. So if everything isn't square, true, you know, plumb, it's not rocking back and forth, you know, you're gonna make every product you build off the corners of these. And that's why we do the CNC route, is like I said, when CNC's cut that 90 on the money. This obviously has 10 years of work done on it, but and you start grinding stuff away and it can get a little hairy, but that CNC, like I said, I know if I am 16 inches here, I can go down there and pull 16 inches and I'll be square. Versus my table, like I said, in my shop is not CNC, and it's just a regular piece of 3/8 plate from the mill, and I believe it's like potentially like a quarter out of square, you know, in 5 feet or something. And what I do is I'll make marks. I'll make a mark and say, hey, that's exactly square. And not a good way to do it. This is the way to do it, is get that CNC cut. But like I said, that's not cheap. That's a 1/2 inch plate, water jetted or plas, either way. But there's your fab table tutorial, kinda. I didn't really explain much, but the other thing I wanted to show here is, now that it's flipped, I went in and I welded our stitches there, and then I sanded them off flat. Like I said, this all needs to be a flat, perfect. Of course, the other thing is I built that on a table that's perfect. So you just either got to build it on something perfect, or if you're building it on the ground and you don't have a shop yet or anything, just make sure you have all one equal perfect plane for when that plate goes down and you stitch it on there. Once it's on there, you have a hell of a time modifying anything. So it's just important. Make sure everything is flat. And why I did this, why I did these stitches and not just go with what I did underneath when it was welded up on there was, obviously all your weight, you know, from here out to the end is going to be pressing here. So like, not good enough, you know. Went and stitched that onto the tube frame. So pretty bulletproof. Don't go by these are horrible. Once again, not a paying job here, so it's yeah, getting her done. But need the plate and the wheels, and that is how you build a sweet fab table.